Hey guys, welcome back to Guy Stuff. Today I'm trying an internet recipe. It just came out. It's from Food Network and it is supposedly a direct copy of the In-N-Out Burger animal style. Now here's the thing. I've never had In-N-Out Burger because it's a West Coast only chain. I think I've seen one either visiting in Arizona when I go to my parents in Phoenix every year, or maybe when I've been to Vegas or Havasu City. I've seen the building, but I've never stopped in, so I don't know what the rave is about them. But supposedly they are kick-ass burgers, and you can go to YouTube and watch videos of lines around the block just to get into a drive-thru for one. So I mean, they're good, they're popular. Anyway, the animal style is like their unofficial, off-the-menu kind of thing, and as far as I can tell, all it means is the burgers are fried in a mushroom, or not a mushroom, a mustard concoction, so gives it some kind of flavor. Anyway, this recipe, I'm going to put a link to it so you can download it. Very simple ingredients and very simple instructions. Most of the work is basically just caramelizing the onion sauce. That's about it. Other than that, it's just building some normal looking burgers, but they look good. Now it's a little expensive if you're just doing the bare bones like this. I'm doing the bare bones because it's just me eating them. My wife doesn't really want any, and I don't eat much beef these days, so I didn't want to go overboard, so I'm doing just the bare minimum recipe. It does scale up well. I had to buy pretty much everything, so it was kind of expensive. It was about $35 to make 4 half-pound burgers, but I didn't have any dill pickle slices, I didn't have any sweet relish, I was out of white distilled vinegar, I didn't even have any ketchup, so I had to buy everything. But basically all we're using is 2 pounds of beef, and I got a little bit more because I got a deal on it and the family pack, so I won't use quite all of it for the recipe. A little bag of shredded lettuce. Of course, if you're doing your own, you got a big head of actual lettuce, you can shred it cheaper, but this is so easy. I was out of mayo. I had to get a little jar of mayo. Oh my god, is mayo expensive? I went for the mid-sized jar because it was less expensive than the little jar. Just stupid. Got some just normal old, fast food buns. These were like $1.50. Just cheapo, not sesame seed or anything special, because that's all this calls for is cheapo, regular old buns. We're going to use a little bit of vegetable oil. Like I said, some ketchup, 2 white onions that we're going to very finely dice. Alright, some salt and pepper. It's all we season the patties with. Relish, pickles. Now the relish, the mustard, the onions, the ketchup, it's all going to be mixed up. You'll see when I do it, but it makes a sauce basically. And some American cheese slices, and that's it. So let's go ahead and step through the recipe real quick. Like I said, I'll put a link to it so you can read everything in detail. I'm just going to go real quickly through it. There's really not that much to it. It says heat the vegetable oil in a large skillet over medium-low. Add the onions and a little bit of salt. Cover and cook, stirring occasionally for a half hour. And it does say that you can do the onions at a time, refrigerate them, nuke them when you need them. So again, this is like where all the time in this comes, is doing the onions. Basically caramelize the onions, add a little water, scrape the brown bits, transfer to a bowl, and that's your onions. Keep those caramelized ahead of time. And then we mix the mayo, ketchup, relish, and vinegar in a bowl. That's our sauce. Then we grill the burgers. When we're halfway through, grill the other side in mustard, put on the cheese and sauce, and toast the buns, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and do these guys, because I am friggin' hungry. It's almost 7 o'clock, so it's going to be like 8:30 by the time I'm done. Woohoo! Okay, hot skillet with oil. In go the onions. I've got these on medium to low heat. And what else does it want? It wants 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Alright. Stir that over the next half hour. Oh, where'd my stirring stick go? I'll have to use this guy. you want to get out any big chunks, because this is pretty much like a spreading sauce onto the burgers. There we go. Alright, I'm going to keep an eye on this, and we'll be back in about a half an hour once they start to soften up, go nice and golden, let out their moisture, and we do have to cover it. We're about halfway through. Got them starting to brown up. I did turn the heat down a little bit. Another 10 or 15 minutes, we'll move on to the next step. Man, I tell you what, these start to blacken really quick at the end here. Now it says to crank up the heat, put in a half cup of water, deglaze the pan. As soon as the water is evaporated, set the onions aside. They do smell sweet. I prefer them a little less blackened though. Well, it specifically mentions black bits, so I guess that's about normal. Okay, next we're making some sauce. It wants us to mix the sweet relish, the ketchup, the mayo, and the white vinegar in a bowl, and then form our patties. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Secret sauce. On to toasting and building the buns. Wants a medium skittle warmed up with just a brushing of vegetable oil. And we start toasting our buns. Okay, now it says, turn this off while I try to read these instructions at the same time. Nice and toasty. Just want to get these off while I do the building so they don't burn. First time doing it. Alright. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Quit smoking. Okay, it says, spread each toasted bun bottom with a tablespoon of the mayo mixture, then top with pickles, lettuce, and another dollop of the mixture. Alright, I need more plates. We can do that. So we got the bottoms. Let's get those together. That one looks good. That one looks good. Yeah, they all look good. Okay, there's our bottoms. So we're gonna put a dollop of the mayo mixture on each one. Now I am skipping the tomato slices. I hate tomato slices on burgers. I like it in salsa and stuff like that, but it just overpowers sandwiches. You, of course, can do as you will, but I always skip tomatoes on burgers. Okay, now we need pickles. Got pickles. I figure, it doesn't say how many, but 3 covers a good layer there, so I'll do 3. Just regular old dill pickles. Hamburger slices, as they're called, appropriately. Now some lettuce. It's getting messy. I'm getting hungry. Alright, that's good enough. Some will fall off, but that's alright. It'll come out in the end. I mean on camera. And then it says another dollop of the mixture. Wow, I think we could actually start cooking the burgers now. Amazing. Now it does give specific instructions for the burgers. Skillet's still nice and hot. Season both sides with salt and pepper. I resisted the urge to make normal hamburger patties. It calls for 1/2 inch thick, fast food size, 1/4 pound patties. Alright, so they're really, really tiny and flimsy, but that's what it calls for, and remember, they shrink after they're cooked. So we're gonna salt and pepper these guys. I need another plate. It says work in batches if you have to, and I think I will actually do that. I'll do 1/2 and 1/2, just so I got easy room to flip and stuff on the skillet. So we'll do 1/2 here. Let me wash my hands after handling these. I don't want to pick up. Man, I am out of freaking room in this kitchen. Hold on, stand by. Okay, batch 1, seasoned, salt and peppered. We're on a medium heat. It says to do these for, how long does it say? 3 minutes. On this side. 3 minutes are up. Now it says 1.5 teaspoons of mustard on each one. So a big old glop. Flip them. And then give each a slice of cheese. There we go. So it says onions on 2 of them, top with the other 2. Guess that's a good amount. Plate it up. Makes for an awfully tall burger, I'll tell you that much. There we go. I'm going to shut this guy off for now. Whew, what a mess. Bun tops. And there you go. Big old burgers. I'm going to give them a shot. Doing batch 2 here, and the rest of the beef made 2 big old monster patties. More normal size, you know, barbecue worthy patties, but we'll just do a couple monster animal style. Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to try to pick one of these guys up. They are a lot bigger than I thought they would be. Ooh, stuff hanging out all over. Alright, let's give it a shot. Not bad. Like I said, I've never had an In-N-Out burger. You really taste the onions. I'd probably do it differently for my own recipe. I'd probably eliminate the onions, or actually I wouldn't caramelize them. I would just put on regular old diced onions, more like a Sonic. But I made 2 over here without the stuff on them. Those are my big old monster burgers, and I think those are going to be even better. You know what? I'm going to grab a bite of one of those. The sauce is good. It's really messy. You do taste the onion a lot too. Let me try one of these guys. it's a little better. You taste more of the meat. All right, so there you go. If you're an In-N-Out fan, give it a shot and let me know. How does it compare? You know, is this what you're used to as far as flavors? Obviously not presentation. I'm sure they kind of squish your patties down a little bit more. I don't think they'd probably deliver them this messy, but flavor-wise, you know, it's unique. You can taste the relish in that sauce. You definitely taste the mayo. It's not like McDonald's. It's not like their secret sauce at all. That's more like Thousand Island. None of this here. This is, you actually taste the vinegar too. It's got that little bit of a bite. So, there you go. In-N-Out animal style burgers. Try it for yourself. And I look forward to your comments to see if this recipe is actually accurate or not. That's it, guys. Give me a thumbs up. We'll see you next time.